I'm gonna cut straight to it. Shredders is a game you need to try in 2024. This is one of the best indie games that is out right now, and if you haven't tried it, you gotta give it a go. If you're like me, you've played games like SSX Tricky, Steep, and now Shredders is the next logical jump for the snowboarding genre. In this video, I'm gonna break down why I think Shredders is such a good game, and I'm gonna tell you why I think you should get it. Shredders was published by Illusions on March 17th, 2022. The studio is based in Belgium and has been producing indie games for over 15 years. For me, one of the most standout parts of Shredders is the trick system. This trick system is different from any of the aforementioned games because it requires you to pre-spin on every single one of your jumps. Now, what do I mean by that? If you want to spin to the left, you have to flick the right stick over to the right, then to the left. So anytime you want to do a trick, you have to do the opposite, which makes the game's initial learning curve kind of steep for people to get used to. But once you understand how the controls work on this game, it becomes so satisfying to land tricks. Every single jump, rail, and feature on the map feels difficult to land perfectly. Now, you can land a lot of the tricks, but to really get that perfect landing to a jump is really difficult given the trick system. In any action sports game I've played, I've never felt so satisfied to land a jump perfectly or hit a rail perfectly. It just has that feeling in it. The main game features a ton of different maps, from backcountry to park and kind of everything in between. I spend most of my time in the terrain parks, and there's such a huge variance of parks across the map. You have these really massive locations like Narnia or the new Maple terrain park that they just added, and then you have a lot of smaller parks on the introductory part of the maps, and I enjoy them all the same. I like mixing it up between really massive features and really small features. The campaign was super lighthearted and funny. It wasn't very difficult to beat and was just very chill. It was a nice detour from a lot of other games I've played recently, like kind of smoothed my brain over and just hung out. One of my favorite features in this game, without a doubt, has to be the replay editor. You have so much flexibility with this replay editor, and you can create some absolutely unbelievable clips. I really like using it. As somebody whose livelihood is dependent on photo and video work, messing around with the replay editor in this game really just like echoes to my day-to-day work, and it's so fun to mess around with these super unrealistic camera angles and just trying to film action sports in like a very strange and different way. Like, so many of the ways you could use the replay editor in this game would be nearly impossible in real life without hundreds of thousands of dollars of equipment or extremely skilled cinematographers. So it's nice to have a game where essentially the possibilities are limitless. I usually play this game without the HUD on and try to just get like as immersed into it as I possibly can. It really gives me the same vibes as like Steep would or Skyrim would when you're out under the northern lights. It really just can create such a really cool environment for you to be in. What I think is really cool about this game as well is it's still relatively new. It's only been out for 2 years, and there's been a handful of major updates, and there's still so much more they can add into the game, and there's so many more directions where it can go, which is super exciting. It's not a game like Riders Republic, which tried to do too much all at once and kind of didn't do enough. Shredders has really excelled at this like snowboarding simulation game, and now it has so much potential to do so much more. I know on PC there's a pretty big modding community for this game of people that are uploading custom tracks. I've seen footage of a lot of these tracks and they look amazing. I'm definitely going to give them a try once I get sick of the maps in game. Currently as well, this game is on Game Pass, so if you have that, you have no excuse. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on here and tell you about how much I've been enjoying this game. Shout out to Illusions who made this. This game's awesome. I'm definitely going to be trying a lot of your games going forward. Yeah, I would urge you guys to give it a try, especially if you like that type of stuff. If you stuck around this far, I appreciate you. I post a lot of content on the action sports genre, as well as a bunch of different GameCube games and EA big titles. If that's of interest, feel free to drop a sub, and until next time, peace.